What I'm about to tell you is based on a true story that happened to a pizza delivery guy named Jake. This went down when he was working part-time at a small pizza joint during his college days. It was around 1 a.m. on a Friday night. Jake had just finished his shift and was literally about to walk out the door when the phone rang. He picked it up, and on the other end was this guy with a really weird, raspy voice placing an order. At first, Jake thought about turning him down. I mean, the shop was already closed for the night. But then the guy ordered 4 extra-large pizzas, and Jake's eyes lit up. Big orders like that usually meant a fat tip, and honestly, Jake really needed the money. So he took the order. Jake grabbed the pizzas and headed out for the delivery. The address was way out on the outskirts of town, pretty far from the pizza shop. It was late, the roads were empty, and the whole vibe was just off. The street turned into this dirt road surrounded by thick woods on both sides. There weren't any streetlights, so it was pitch black out there. After driving for what felt like forever, Jake finally reached the address. He pulled up in front of this old, run-down house that looked like it hadn't been touched in decades. The place was deep in the forest, completely isolated. No lights on inside, no cars, no signs of life whatsoever. It literally looked like the house had been abandoned for years. Jake started freaking out a little. He tried calling his manager to explain the situation and maybe get permission to just head back. But his manager didn't pick up. Not the first call, not the second, not even the third. Jake knew if he came back with 4 pizzas without even trying to deliver them, his manager would flip out and probably dock his pay. So he decided to suck it up and at least try to deliver them. The second Jake stepped out of his car and walked toward the house, a light flickered on inside. That gave him a tiny bit of confidence. Maybe someone actually was home. He rang the doorbell and called out, "Pizza delivery." Nothing. No response. So he rang it again. This time, he heard footsteps inside, but still, nobody opened the door. Jake was about to leave when suddenly, the door just swung open on its own. His heart was pounding, but he slowly stepped inside. The hallway had one dim light barely illuminating the space. The place was dead silent. Jake called out, "Hello? Anyone here? Please come get your pizza." That's when he saw it. A black cat darted out from under the couch and ran into one of the rooms. The moment the cat entered, the light and TV in that room suddenly turned on. Then Jake heard it, children laughing. Not normal laughing. It was this creepy, mischievous giggling. Jake thought someone was messing with him. Annoyed, he walked into the room, and that's when he saw them. 2 little girls sitting on the floor, just staring at him. Not blinking, not moving, just staring with these blank expressions. Jake was frustrated. "I've been ringing the doorbell forever. Why didn't you guys answer?" The girls didn't say a word. They just kept staring. "Look, I've got your pizza. Is there an adult here I can collect payment from?" Suddenly, both girls' eyes turned completely white. Their silence broke into this horrifying, bone-chilling laughter. Then, in unison, they slowly pointed behind Jake, toward the door. Jake turned around, and his blood ran cold. Standing right behind him was the shadow of a woman. Tall, twisted, and terrifying. The pizza boxes slipped from his hands and crashed to the floor. Jake bolted. He ran as fast as he could, bursting out of that house and sprinting toward his bike. He didn't look back, but as he glanced over his shoulder, he saw them. The shadowy woman and the 2 girls standing in the doorway, watching him leave. Jake jumped on his bike and tried to start it, but something was wrong. The engine sputtered and died. He got off and saw his tire was completely flat, punctured. Panicking, Jake called the police and begged them to come quickly. While waiting, he nervously glanced at his rearview mirror, and his stomach dropped. In the reflection, he could see them. The woman and the two girls were standing right behind his bike, slowly walking toward him. Jake didn't think twice. He abandoned his bike and ran into the woods. He ran until his legs gave out, finally collapsing behind a huge tree to catch his breath. In the distance, he heard police sirens. Gathering whatever courage he had left, Jake sprinted back toward his bike. When he got there, the cops were already inspecting the scene. Jake told them everything. The house, the girls, the shadow woman, all of it. The officers went inside to investigate, but they found nothing. Just an old abandoned house and a stray cat. The next morning, Jake learned the truth. That house had been empty for over 3 years. 3 years ago, a woman and her 2 young daughters lived there. One night, all 3 of them were murdered. The case was never solved. Jake realized with horror that what he saw that night were their spirits, still trapped in that house. To this day, Jake has no idea who called in that order or how it all happened. After that night, he quit his pizza delivery job and never went back. And whenever he thinks about that night, he still gets chills down his spine. But what do you guys think? Would you have gone inside that house? Let me know in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this story, don't forget to like and subscribe for more true horror stories. I'll catch you in the next one. Stay safe out there.